Hello and welcome everybody to this month's forum. It has a very exciting topic. Should I say exciting? Because it's about how Tai Chi relieve stress and manage anxiety. Fortunately, I done so much Tai Chi, I don't feel too anxious with this opening. And I have two very amazingly great speakers who is going to join me to talk to. So let me first all introduce my team. Evan, you have heard, it's the CEO of Tai Chi for Health Institute, and he's running the technical part of this forum. Evan, would you like to say something?
Sure. Hi, Dr. Lam, and welcome everyone. It's so great to see everyone here for another month. What a great topic, and we can't wait to hear the speakers. Thanks, Dr. Lam.
Thank you. And Ernie, I don't think she needs any introduction. She's in all the forums and taking care of everybody, making sure you know how to get into the forum and look after the preparation and then the follow-ups. Ernie, would you like to say something?
Hello, everyone. It's great to see you again. This is very exciting. And Dr. Lam, do you realize this is the 4th year? This is our anniversary of the forums, 4 years this month. Isn't that great? So many have been with us that whole time. Some are new. So welcome. This is a great session today. Enjoy.
Thank you, Ernie. I didn't realize that, but you are so good with database and, and the numbers. That's fantastic. I used to be good at numbers, but um, uh, 4 years. So that's definitely a lot of work from you and everyone else in the team and the speakers. It, it is fun. It's just amazing have this technology and to see things so easily without traveling for thousands of miles. I'm going to start now, introduce the first speaker. Janet is a friend and a colleague. She's like me, a retired family physician, and she has been doing Tai Chi, especially the Tai Chi for Health Institute and programs, probably right from almost day one. So she's just amazing person. She sort of knows so much. I learned so much from her. So I love to hear her talk. Please join me to welcome her, and then there will be time for you to ask her questions. So, Janet.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for the very kind invitation, Paul. And thank you, Evan and Ernie, for all the work that you've done over the years. It's been wonderful to keep everybody in contact like this. Yes, I'll just give a brief talk about anxiety, but only in the context of Tai Chi. And so I'll leave you to it because there's a nice little recording here. Um, but it's really good to see everybody. So, so lovely to see, Philip and Adrian and Lorna and all the people that, I recognize and a lot of people that I don't recognize. It's wonderful to see you all. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I've put a little graphic up on the screen, which hopefully you'll be able to see, just outlining the somatic effects of anxiety. So we're here to talk a little bit about anxiety in the context of Tai Chi. This is just an outline of the external and the internal effects of the of anxiety on your body. So I'm just going to stop that now because we're not really talking about anxiety per se. We're talking about how we can modify it and handle some of the symptoms of it using Tai Chi. So if you think about when you start your practice in Tai Chi, the first thing you do is you stand and you think about your posture. You're nice and upright. You're upright without any tension. You're releasing everything. You're nice and supple. And so, you know, you settle your shoulders, you drop your weight down into your feet. So you're actually connecting to your body. So if you think about it systematically, you know, the first thing is posture, then use your weight transfer, then there's the slow and the smooth and the continuous movement, because a lot of anxiety movements are sort of, they're tense, they're really tight and they're jerky. So if you focus on being slow and smooth and continuous, you know, that will ameliorate a lot of the symptoms of anxiety. And then you go on to song, releasing your joints. So you're creating space in your joints. That's automatically going to release tension. And you think about dropping that down into your feet and through your feet into the floor. And then, you know, I'm extremely fortunate. I've only ever had a couple of panic attacks in my life with no reason. And I think I was very lucky that I could sort of look around and you know, using that sort of concept of Jing, you know, that mental quietness, I was able to take a little bit of a step back mentally and just sort of say, well, why is my heart rate racing? Why is my breathing suddenly accelerated? And I was able to focus in on that and just calm it down. But I think probably the most important thing that you think about with anxiety is the breathing. I don't really know of too many anxiety therapies that don't have breathing or breath work in them to some extent. So you think about the Dantian breathing. What's the reality of your Dantian breathing? As you're using the Dantian, you're slow and smooth with your breath. The breath is dropping right down. You're releasing tension as you breathe. So why don't we do something together? So just if you just stand, and if you think about just the open and close, so your posture's relaxed and upright. You're releasing tension and you're just breathing. As you breathe in, there's that slow Dantian breathing, and breathing out, and doing that 2 or 3 times. And again. And you probably already feel a little bit more relaxed. Thank you very much.
I'm going to introduce Amatullah. She's an amazing lady who brought Tai Chi to Saudi Arabia in so many ways. I can imagine it is challenging. And she comes to the workshops. I get to know her well and her amazing work. And I also found out that she was trained as she's got a PhD on psychologist. And that's something I am really interested in, study of the mind. And she chose to spend all her time training Tai Chi instructors, teaching Tai Chi as a master trainer. And my guess is she probably find this help people more than the doctor or psychologist. But I think she's doing wonderful work. I'm going to let her do the talking. So thank you, Amatullah.
Thank you, Dr. Lam. Actually, I'm so glad to be with you together today. It's very early morning here. It's 1 a.m., but actually, I'm so happy to be with you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Paul Lam, for kind invitation. My name is Amatullah Bahaziq, and I am a certified Tai Chi for Health Master Trainer based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I choose to speak today about Tai Chi for stress relief and anxiety management from perspective of Arab culture, especially within my country, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The psychological and health reality in Saudi Arabia, stress today is no longer just a passing emotion, it is a major factor behind many chronic health conditions. In Saudi Arabia, more than 35% of adults reported symptoms of anxiety or depression. Chronic illnesses such as diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, and rheumatoid arthritis are deeply impacted by stress. 1 in every 4 adults in the kingdom is diabetic, and stress often plays a critical role in poor disease control. According to recent reports, over 60% of hospital visits in Saudi Arabia are linked to stress-related and lifestyle-driving illnesses. The economic burden? More than $30 billion annually. But the true cost is not just financial. It is emotional, social, and deeply personal. Stress affects family dynamics, reduces productivity, and leaves people feeling drained and disconnected. Tai Chi as a culturally aligned therapeutic practice. Tai Chi offers different paths, one that is calm, gentle, and deeply aligned with our values. It doesn't require special clothes or equipment. It can be practiced at home, at work, or even inside a hospital room. Breath-centered and can be done while standing or seated, making them accessible to almost everyone. In my programs, I have worked with people in their 50s and 60s with chronic illnesses, autoimmune conditions, or post-surgical fatigue. Many of them reported improved sleep, better emotional regulation, and in some cases reduced need for medication after just a few weeks of consistent practice. One of the most moving experiences I have had was providing Tai Chi sessions to mothers of children with cancer while they were sitting beside their children in hospital room. These women were emotionally exhausted, isolated, and under extreme stress. Yet, even with no equipment, no space, no privacy, they practiced gentle Tai Chi movement seated. The effects were powerful. Their body moved, their breath deepened, their mind found peace. Some cried afterward and said, "This is the first time in months I felt like I was breathing again, like I was still alive." Just a few days ago, I led a session for caregivers for Alzheimer's patients. Some of their partner and some of them their daughters. The session became a beautiful shared moment, a way for both patient and caregivers to reconnect through light, joyful movement. It was not just a stress reliever. It was a chance to feel human again. One another and powerful experience came from my work with Rheumatism Association in Saudi Arabia. They now offer free Tai Chi classes to patients with people with arthritis, not just because it's physical exercise, but because of its powerful psychological impact, especially for those with fibromyalgia. Once I heard a pain specialist in meeting with them. She said what fibromyalgia patients need is not physiotherapy. They need Tai Chi. Over the sessions of a year, the effects were clear. Decreased anxiety and depression, improved sleep quality, more quality movement, and above all, a shift in self-perception from helplessness to empowerment. Tai Chi became more than movement. It became a safe space for healing. In Arabic, we say sakina, a word that means inner peace and dive in tranquility. Tai Chi, in my view, is one of the most practical ways invite that sakina back into our lives, especially for those living under constant stress. Thank you for listening. I truly hope Tai Chi becomes part of the long-term solution we offer not just for individuals, but for our communities as a whole.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Anybody have question for Amatullah?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to congratulate you for your excellent work. I was fortunate enough to live in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh for 4 years ago, and so I admire you for, and I did find a Tai Chi instructor when I was there. A woman originally from China was living there for short term, and she taught a class there. But I tell you, the stress in terms of I know we complain in the U.S. about the heat here, but as you know, Saudi Arabia, you have a different kind of heat going on there. But
Yes.
I appreciate what you're doing, because I believe that in the kingdom, relieving stress and reducing stress is such an important thing. So my comment is, thank you for what you're doing for the people of Saudi Arabia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's really, really nice, Quentin. Yeah, I feel kind of similar to Amatullah. Even when I really, really enjoy being a family physician, I divide half of my time traveling, teaching Tai Chi, more than half of my time. And it's really rewarding. And 12 years ago, I have I was still pretty young. I think on 12 years ago or 65, and I felt pretty well physically, mentally then, and I retired from medical practice and focus on Tai Chi after now. So it's really satisfying to hear people like yourself, Quentin, and many other people like Amatullah's told us the story of what you actually see, what we do for people. It's very heartwarming. Yes, I admire Amatullah. What she's doing would be so much more challenging than what we're doing in countries like Australia or America. And I retired from medical practice and focus on Tai Chi after now. So it's really satisfying to hear people like yourself, Quentin, and many other people like Amatullah's told us the story of what you actually see, what we do for people. It's very heartwarming. Yes, I admire Amatullah. What she's doing would be so much more challenging than what we do.
Thank you so
Dr.
much,
Lam, we
Dr.
have
Lam.
some questions coming in for Amatullah and for you, perhaps, Dr. Lam. Are you ready for a few questions?
Sure.
Okay. This person is asking, they would like to know if anyone has used Tai Chi for addictive behaviors and how it was used.
Actually, I don't have any kind of patient for addicted, but maybe they have before. But some people coming and they are a heavy smoker, but it's make some change for their life.
It's not something I share a lot of, although I think I have it in my book. So my father is an addictive person, and he's brilliant. And I met my father when I was 16, first time in my life. Before that, I was 10 months old. I don't know whether it's the relationship or the fact I want to imitate him. So when I was a medical student, I got addicted to gambling, drinking, and smoking. And eventually, I have to give up. I mean, that's like it was really, really difficult. And that addictive word stayed with me. I know it's not gone until I graduated from medicine, start Tai Chi, and take about a couple of years of Tai Chi practice. Then I knew right from me, like that's gone. My addiction to gambling, smoking, drinking, totally burned out because of the help of the Tai Chi. And just to let you know, I moved to closer to city, so it's closer to my kids. And it's right next to the casino, and I never go gambling once. It's totally gone, and that's addictive personality that I have, and Tai Chi has helped me to burn off. I do meet occasional people who gave up. Dr. Rayon Song, who did a lot of study on Tai Chi, and she said that when people did Tai Chi if they can keep for half a year, usually without any effort, after half a year, they naturally give up bad habits like drinking, smoking. It's really interesting. Like you get that inner strength to give up the habit that you know it wasn't good for you. So that was my story. Don't tell too many people. Here's Lena. Lena.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that I do use primarily when I'm working with people with substance misuse disorder. We primarily use the Tai Chi for rehabilitation program because of the emphasis on the Dantian breathing. But of course, all the Tai Chi for Health Institute programs incorporate that. So I don't just limit it to the rehab program. Folks really do, as Dr. Lam pointed out, if you can do it for 6 months, and people really take to it because it doesn't hurt. And to Amatullah's point, you don't need any special equipment. You can do it anywhere, and it makes you feel good almost immediately. And that's why people keep doing it. And yes, and then not just substance misuse, but other, like Dr. Lam said, other habits that might interfere with your happiness. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you.
And another one for Amatullah. You spoke about Alzheimer's. So was the work with Alzheimer's caregivers, was it for both the caregivers and the care receivers?
Actually, usually when I accept people for Alzheimer patient, usually I ask to have some of their family because sometimes they just come out and ask what he is doing here or what she's doing here. Then usually I doing for the Alzheimer patient with their caregiver. But in that event, it was actually only for caregivers. They are feeling like they are doing something for themselves and they can share it with Alzheimer patients. Then it's made a lot of things to them because they are sitting with them all the time. Then this is a time for make something different with them and they can do it together.
Okay, thank you. Another question, someone is asking, what are the most powerful parts or forms that you can use to introduce Tai Chi to people who are very hesitant to give it a try?
Actually, it's depends who is these people because most of them coming in the event and sitting down. Then I started to make some warm-up exercise, sitting down in the chair and make seated Tai Chi for arthritis. It's very easy for everyone. But if I have time to standing up, usually teaching them a waving hand in some style. It's more easy, but it's feel how we are transfer the weight and how can we focus on upper and lower body in the same time and how they are disconnected from anything in their life and focus on themselves in this moment.
Thank you. We have a hand raised here, Dr. Pushpa. Would you like to go ahead?
Do we have time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, great.
I'm Dr. Pushpa Thakrar from USA, and I'm a retired physiatrist, physical medicine rehab doctor. And I found Dr. Paul Lam's information very useful about Tai Chi and addiction. And this is something that I would like to let my daughter know, who is a physician in internal medicine as well as addiction medicine. And I have kind of addressed Tai Chi to her. She does try to practice something with me. And I think I like to see if this can be expanded to the other community too. And so I will kind of nicely talk to my daughter and see if she can address this to her patients who are an issue, and then see how they respond. And it will be a nice way to find out and do some study. Thank you.
Should Amatullah, do you want to answer that or should I?
Maybe this question for you.
Okay, well, of course, we have instructors trained through the institutes all over the world. You can find them. There's a location guide. If you can't find that, I have online lessons as well. But just let me do some free commercial. in YouTube, I created two special programs. One is called 5-Minute Tai Chi for beginners, that anyone can try it from YouTube. YouTube is free. You can just Google my name and look for 5-Minute Tai Chi. The other one I create is called Tai Chi for non-Tai Chi people, the people who really not interested in Tai Chi at all. And I use the breathing method and the way to walk, something that you do every day, and infuse some Tai Chi principle. All these are free in YouTube. Just my way to get people interested. The thing is, if people give it a try, a proper trial, then their body, their mind will tell them this is nice and we can do that. So those are the things I can do. But certainly our website provide information and all the other support that can be helpful.
Okay, this would be to Amatullah again. Someone is asking if you could give any specifics of what you do with caregivers for people who have Alzheimer's. Any specific part of Tai Chi?
Actually, as I said before, seated Tai Chi is more useful for these people, because if they are sitting down in the event, or maybe if they are go back to their patient or their family, then they can do it with them without any more effort for it's not hard for the people to do it anyway. But if they can standing up, they can make it. It's depend how many sessions we can give to them. But if they are coming to the center and practice with us, usually I started with Tai Chi for arthritis, because it easy to learn and everyone can do it. And most of the people have something in their joint, especially the people plus 40. They can always said, I have some problem in my knees or my back. Then Tai Chi Tai Chi for arthritis, it's more suitable for everyone than the other program. The other thing, not all the people have diabetes. Then when I said it's Tai Chi for diabetes, some people said, I'm not diabetes guy, then why I doing this? But if I explain how why we are started with Tai Chi for arthritis, it's more common for everyone. The other thing, actually, because it's for fall prevention, then most of the people have a problem with balance. Then it's suitable for everyone now, we can say. Even it's younger people, but still they have some problem in balance, especially when we start to check the balance when we are walking or when we are standing on one leg for 1 second or 2 seconds. Then they feel how Tai Chi different in this way.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
One of the participants is expressing how Tai Chi has helped with arthritis. It's been very effective, but he is also asking, is there any difference in how frequently, how often that you do Tai Chi? For example, if you do it every day, does that make a difference rather than doing it occasionally? How often should Tai Chi be practiced?
Okay, with me, actually, I'm doing 2 to 3 times in a week for sessions, but I'm always give them some videos or some film to practice in their home if they can have some time. And always I said to them, as Dr. Lam said, 10 minutes, it's very good than nothing. Then when they are practice, even they are doing a warm-up exercise, it's take between 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Then 2 times with me and 2 times in their home will give them a lot of benefits. But some people said, I'm not doing anything if I'm sitting in my home, then I will do it only with you. these people, actually, I'm telling this story because it's happened with my father. My father is diabetes, and in one time when he was 70, he coming up to 9, then his doctor said, if you are not doing anything with your diabetes, then I will start insulin with you, because he's type 2. After 3 months with Tai Chi, 2 times in a week, every time it was between 20 to 25 minutes maximum, because he feeling like he's tired. Even it's very slow motion movement. His doctor said, okay, you are now 7. What did you do? He said, I'm doing Tai Chi with my daughter. His doctor doesn't know anything about Tai Chi, but he said, keep going. If this only the change you are doing
I'm
in your
doing all
life.
right.
Yeah,
She's
and
due
this
for
is what's
medicine.
happened actually with Tai Chi.
Nina, you made a comment. I think that would be very good. Would you like to tell about what you encourage people to do as far as frequency of practice?
Sorry,
Yes, of course.
question?
That would be Nina. Nina?
Well, I was going to say what Dr. Lamb recommends. We recommend practicing on your own most days of the week, at least a half an hour a half an hour at a time. And that half hour can be broken up into small increments, as Amatullah mentioned. And then also to take a class, maybe 1 or 2 classes per week with a certified TCHI instructor as well.
Thank you, Nina. That was really great. Study has shown consistently that if people just being active for 40 minutes most days of the week, which means 40 minutes, 4 days a week, their cardiovascular, their risk for diabetes, their many health factors are dramatically improved just on that activity. So of course, Tai Chi is more effective. So I think half an hour, just like what Nina say, most days of the week would be fantastic. But chances like if you get to do Tai Chi regularly and using the Tai Chi principle, you feel so good that you want to do it every day like I do. Uh, that may be just the right time for me to continue my talk. First of all, I want to thank Amatullah and Janet for this wonderful talk, and it's so good to have so many questions. And of course, feel free to continue to have your questions. We'll try to answer either the next month's forum, or if it's pertinent, then we'll send you an email with answer. We love questions because it just tells us what you're interested in and if our talks are relevant. And from so many questions, I think Amatullah talk was incredibly useful. Thank you. It's worth waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning to talk to us. So thank you. So that talk about activity more than 40 minutes most days of the week, that's shown by study. In fact, if you think about it, there's a lot of scientific evidence that when people are being active, doing something, just walking or whatever, being active, that improves our health dramatically. Because, you know, our body is evolved, it's made to move. If we sit there and don't do anything and just watch internet most of the time, it's not what we make for. Therefore, we're exposed to more risk. So being active itself is what Tai Chi does. You are moving, even sit there, you're still moving, and that. But Tai Chi is a lot more effective than just any activities, because first of all, let me just go to the scientific evidence that if you ever Google how does Tai Chi work for any condition like stress or anxiety, you'll find a whole host of studies. In fact, there are more than 1,000 published studies on the benefit of Tai Chi. And for example, there's a meta-analysis, which is a deep analysis of 40 studies involving 3,817 people. In that study, it was found that overwhelmingly people improve in their psychological well-being, less anxious, more relaxed, and so on. And in fact, the National Institute of Health also have coordinated a lot of studies which show Tai Chi's effect on relaxing and reduction of anxiety symptoms, which, as Janet and Amatullah mentioned, how effective it is in stress and anxiety reduction. So while there's lots of evidence and it makes sense, I just want to say just a few direct reasons why Tai Chi is so effective for releasing stress and anxiety. For example, we talked about the breathing early on, the deep mindful breathing, the downtown breathing. Itself, a deep mindful breathing itself will calm people, but also at the same time, the way the downtown breathing, using the diaphragmatic breathing, which directly connected to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system in charge of healing, relaxation, repairing any injuries to the body. So, and also the downtown breathing involved in what Janet mentioning about body upright. You know, when people are depressed, you see that picture that Janet showed us, and if you ever look at the mirror yourself when you're not feeling happy, your posture, your feelings different, and just by being upright and looking straight ahead and allow your joints to song, that itself almost instantaneously change your mood and make you feel more positive. So it is an exercise, the mindful, the breathing, and the mindful movements. One of our friends who's amazing academic, a couple who did a lot of meditation, a lot of other yoga techniques, and they found that to meditate takes a lot of work to get yourself ready and all that. And when you do Tai Chi, they just start doing Tai Chi and straight away they're in that meditative, mindful phase. So in other words, Tai Chi is designed to help you into a meditative healing stage just by doing the movements without doing really difficult set of preparation. So it's meditative, it's the breathing, it's the movements, the way the Tai Chi move, enhance the health and also gently stretch your body or your joints, exercise essentially all the systems. Other things like study has shown Tai Chi improve increase the endorphin, which was the hormone that helped us feel better, more positive, and reduce the secretion of cortisols, which are the things that make us anxious. There are so many studies in many ways how Tai Chi works in health. I guess the most effective way is to give it a try. And I know I'm talking to all my Tai Chi friends that you know what it is like. Perhaps you could also talk to anybody you know or interested that the best way to find out is to give it a try. And give it a proper trial, do it for a while. It might be 5-10 minutes like Amatullah was talking about, or it might be, it will be nice if people can do half an hour most days a week. That's really when you can easily get into what it feels like doing Tai Chi. So those are roughly the mechanism, and there are the whole body and mind are involved in Tai Chi. Just an incredibly healing, strengthening, relaxation exercise that I think if everybody in the world start doing Tai Chi, this world will be so much more peaceful, be so much more healthy, and our life will be so much more nicer. And if all of us can go out there and influence another person, then it multiply and will change the world.
Dr. Lam, I think you just answered what someone was asking. I think it was perfect what you just said in response to her saying she has chronic anxiety. And when she practices Tai Chi, she feels anxious. And she wants to know how to be able to do Tai Chi longer, I guess, do a longer set. And I think you just answered that if you wanted to say any more about it, doing a small amount or doing just some, the breathing and so on. But she has the chronic anxiety, and that's what's holding her back from doing the entire set. And she doesn't say what set or, what she is practicing currently.
Yeah, thank you, Ernie. Yeah, well, of course, every individual is different. And generally speaking, I would say if you feel really, really anxious about something, then hey, let it go. Don't worry about it. And if you can, downtown breathing can be done anywhere, any place, which is well described on the website and all my material. And just do that and do something else, have a cup of tea. And just make the Tai Chi practice consistent. Maybe 5-10 minutes most days, and gradually work towards it. A little bit of anxiety will be relieved, but if you feel really, really anxious about something, then let go. Let go, do something else you're comfortable. That's my advice. Oh, okay. That's a good question. As you know, that I just produced 4 Tai Chi music CDs. Well, you don't have to. I mean, if you're comfortable, do it without music. But I think you could try any one of those music, and the one that resonates with you, put it on when you feel like it. I wouldn't worry about have a special time, but give it a try. If you enjoyed it when you do your Tai Chi, go ahead. I used to play my Tai Chi music CD to my patients. When I was practicing medicine, I also practiced acupuncture treatment, and I would put needle into people when they lie down or sitting in a comfortable position. Then I play them my Tai Chi music CD, and I walk away and come back again, give them 5-10 minutes for the acupuncture to work while they're listening to the Tai Chi music. And I can tell you, most people really enjoy that. So you can listen to those music just for fun, relaxation, or enjoyment. Yeah, sure. Let's have a open close.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I'm going to officially say goodbye to everyone, and then I'll stay for a few more minutes. Anybody want to stay, you're welcome to. And thank you for coming. I hope to see you next month, and keep practicing your Tai Chi. Enjoy the practice.
That they don't remember to smile right off.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you.
Hi, we're just carrying on here. Where are you? We have been talking for, oh my goodness, we've had a great time.
Oh.
Chat time.
Wow.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Hello. Yes,
I owe everybody a huge apology for the time. uh, yes, there was, I just got the time mixed up, and also I was very focused in doing something else about Tai Chi, so I guess that's a good excuse, being very focused. Uh, so I'm going to start backwards. Amatura, I don't know, not many of you have met her. She, as you can see, she comes from Saudi Arabia. She's a qualified as a PhD doctor of psychology, and her qualification was done in UK, so she's familiar in Europe. And you can just imagine how it is when you are a doctor of psychology. He went back to Saudi Arabia as a lady. The challenge of her um, against the family for somebody with that qualification, a great offer, great jobs. And as a lady, she changed her time really. She hardly practiced that and full time practice teaching Tai Chi, training instructors as a master trainer. That is a huge challenge to against, of course, a family advice and other people, and being uh, a woman, it is much, much more difficult for her to teach anything. She's not allowed to teach men, for example. Um, the only exception is if she work in a hospital, then she can. Hospital is like a different sanctuary. Um, she had one really amazing story. One day, the police got her and putting her in jail because they say she was doing these weird things of Tai Chi. Fortunately, at that time, she did reach the Ministry of Education, and they actually sent a message to jail to tell them, no, no, she's okay. She's doing the right thing. She's teaching a good thing. And she got out of jail. It was quite frightening. You can imagine the kind of things that she did. Um, she have reached many people, and she come to Sydney whenever she can. Last year, she couldn't come because I'm really ashamed to say that our immigration department stopped her from coming. She has been coming every year, and of course, she's a good person. But there were some technical things like she didn't declare her medication that she took or something. Anyway, she got her visa this year, so she's coming in January to Sydney. Uh, and she spent years in UK train learn her Tai Chi there, but she also got her PhD on psychology. So I think her talks just so impressive. You just imagine what she had to fight for and sacrifice to bring Tai Chi to help people that way. And in that way, I kind of understand. I certainly didn't have as much challenge as she had, but for me, some people who's very close to me who think being a doctor is somebody, being a Tai Chi teacher is a nobody. Why would somebody try so hard to be a nobody? Uh, and that, of course, that's not a challenge. I mean, I love teaching Tai Chi, and that's what I did. But so for her, I didn't go through that challenge. But I can tell you that it's so fulfilling teaching Tai Chi, especially I have the opportunity to meet most of you and in different parts of the world. And I really feel that you probably feel the same as me. What we're doing helps a lot of people, and yes, it's. I enjoy being a family physician. It was great helping people that way. but it's not as fulfilling, as much fun as teaching Tai Chi. And for Amatullah, it's even deeper for her. She has to really overcome quite a lot of challenge to be there. And Janet is a family physician like me. She's a few years behind me. We were friends. And so she joined me in Tai Chi very early in the piece. And then she became one of the first lot of master trainers. Those of you would have chance to work with Janet, you'll find out how wonderful she is, how knowledgeable she is. I certainly learn a lot from her. So the way she presents her idea of how to use Tai Chi for stress and relaxation was very practical, very meaningful. So people did ask them questions. So perhaps before I talk to you about my piece, did you have any questions for Amatullah or Janet that I can answer for them before I talk about my part of presentation for this topic?
My face, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I try everything. I restart my computer, done everything. It just is not working, but I can hear you. I can see you all there. Just can't get my through. So anyway, I'm so glad you are sharing, and yeah, that's I'm sorry, but um, I just don't know what happened. uh,
We had a very large breakout group where no one left. So we just all talked.
yeah, that's great. Please go
That was
ahead.
that was fun. That was fun to do.
I was wondering if maybe, Paul, you would talk to us about how physiologically Tai Chi works to lower stress. Is it because you tap into the parasympathetic system, or what's your take on it?
Sure. Well, uh, Tai Chi is a mindful body movements in sequence. So the mindful movements itself, especially during the slow, continuous movement, it's very helpful to calm people. Um, the Tai Chi breathing, the downtown breathing that is being used uh, when you do the downtown breathing, I'm assuming you all know what it is, um, that activate the diaphragmatic breathing. And when you use diaphragmatic breathing, it directly, without being conscious or actually doing it, it automatically activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system that's help us to relax and to repair for injuries. So the downtown breathing also involving posture when your body is upright, when your joints are strong, that help your body to relax. So the movement itself, being continuous, being mindful, it's a form of meditation. So all those contribute to a body-mind integration of less stress, less anxiety, and it increase the endorphins, which are the hormones that help to make us feel better, feel more positive. The endorphin make us happier, and it reduces the cortisol level in the blood. That is the thing that brings stress. When we're stressed out, cortisols come to the bloodstream and make us feel even worse. So those are what you can analyze and what you can prove when you do it. Diaphragmatic breathing, parasympathetic nervous system for healing. But Tai Chi is even more than that. It's integration of the body and mind. And the stress we have now is associated with the modern world, the stimulations, the challenges, and the changing of environments that is so much more than our ancestor 100, 200 years ago. And so we have to deal with that. And Tai Chi allow us to go back to nature, so our body and mind can work together to back to where we used to be, more appreciative of life, more mindful of where we are, what we're doing. And so the Tai Chi practice, as most of you will know, when you start practicing, you will feel you're really here. You really feel our own presence. Well, that is when you really leave, instead of worrying about what happened and rushing to do this and that. If we are here doing our Tai Chi, mindful of your movements, mindful of being where we are, it's make us much more appreciative life, make us more with life as it is. Interestingly, let's go back to like 50 years ago when an international telephone is so expensive. Remember that? So now, even though you can't see me, you can hear me. You know, when I graduated from medicine, by the way, a few months ago, I went to our 50 years anniversary for the medical school. And I remember when I graduated, I rang up my mom, which is really expensive for a poor student who just graduated from medicine. I have to work to support myself to get through medicine. So I rang up mom and I said, "Hey, mom, this is Paul here. Uh, it's a good thing I can't see her face. It would be like now, just a voice." She went, "Oh yeah, you just want to tell me you passed." I went, shoom, my heart just sank. Well, my mother always think that I was the black sheep of the family. All my siblings are really bright, and of course I grow up with my aunt. So I first met my mom when I was 17, and she's really ashamed of me. I always think I was really dumb and ashamed to her. So even though I actually chose medicine because I really never dreamed of becoming a doctor. So the reason I put that as my first choice is because I thought, well, mom thinks so poorly of me. Uh, Perhaps if I tell her that I actually make a choice to do medicine, she might think that a little bit better of me. But I did, and I got into medicine. That's a surprise. I got a scholarship to study medicine, and when I graduated, she wasn't really excited at all. You know, when your mother have this fixed idea that you are dumb and you're hopeless and you are ashamed, nothing you can do to change that. Uh, but that's okay. My aunt who brought me up is always proud of me, even though I I left her being totally ignorant and really don't know anything about the world. she always proud of me, and that always gave me some self-worth. So uh, uh, in a way, it's good that I couldn't see mom's face when I rang her. It's not so bad when I didn't see her face. Um, I don't think I ever convinced my mother that I'm any different, but nonetheless, I have learned a lot, and I have so many friends and so many people that I do feel that I did something good in my life, and I feel wonderful that we can actually technology allow us to communicate, to share with friends all over the world at times like this, even though technology has failed me 50%, so you can't see me smiling and and laughing. How wonderful it is talking to you guys. Uh, but next meeting, I will hopefully it will work out that I can see you and or even I might get to see you in Switzerland. That would be nice.
That's a great segue, Dr. Lam. So we're Yvonne, would you just say a word or two about the visit to Zurich?
Yeah, we are very grateful that Dr. Lam is visiting us in Switzerland this year. And we are very central in the region of Zurich. And it's good to reach from the airports. It's good to reach by trains and everything. And we are looking very forward to meet and work with Dr. Lam. And we do especially the Young Depth Form 24 forms on the first day. And on the second day, we do the depth of the TCAFP program. So also people with or instructors with young woods or young style training long years can join if they like to. So that was the thinking about what to do. So we are looking very forward, and I appreciate to see a lot of people of you from the forum or something else. If you have any questions, please reach to me. I'm here to help, and hope to make it possible in a very nice way for Dr. Lam. So we appreciate that he's making this journey and this challenge to foreign country coming to Europe. Thank you.
Yvonne, I want to thank you for that's a lot of work organizing workshop, and I miss my friends from Europe.
Yeah.
That's always something very special I feel about Europe. You know, when I left Australia, China, and I come to Australia, I mean, Australia is a beautiful country. People are wonderful, but there is something about this country. Uh, there is something like the cultural history that I used to have in China was sort of missing a little bit. And so when I first go to Europe, I felt so happy that I met people from countries with histories and cultures that I look forward to. And Europe is just amazing. I mean, I have been there many times, and I really, really enjoy the people, the friendship, and the culture. And I mean, people are nice everywhere, but nonetheless, there, there's something that in Europe that I don't see it here, not as much. And I just can't wait to be here there. And you know, there's nothing like working together, working face to face, sharing that personal energy. That's something I I enjoy. I game a lot by doing that, and I hope to see everybody there.